I always want to make, like I always want to do stuff that when we're doing stuff from music that fits it reminds you of who is this guy?
Debbie Nelson, mother of rapper Eminem, has reportedly died at a hospital in Missouri, according to TMZ.
Have you ever had any kind of an issue with Eminem?
No, never with him.
Never with him, yeah.
He's done everything for me.
Oh my God, you won't believe what's going down in the hip-hop world right now. So, you know how 50 Cent has always been the one to spill all the industry tea? Well, honey, he just dropped a bombshell that's got everyone shook. It's about his bestie Eminem's mom, and trust me, this story takes a dark turn. Now, we all know 50 and M have been tight for like forever.
Is one of the most important people to me and to my career. He offered me a safe place. He just never participated in anything negative against me, just wanted me to win the entire time. The older adult stages of your life, like I think at that point we try to hold on to people, like our friends that've been friends for a long time, we create value for them in a different way, and he just came.
But here's where it gets wild. 50's apparently pointing fingers at none other than P. Diddy, who's currently sitting behind bars. Like, can you even? Let me spill this piping hot tea about what's really going on with Eminem's mom's passing. You know how Hollywood's been buzzing with all these conspiracy theories about celebs getting mysteriously sick or dying? Well, M's mom's death has got people raising eyebrows too, especially with all this crazy stuff going around about power moves in the industry and these mysterious strokes hitting celebrities. Remember that whole Jamie Foxx situation? When he had that stroke out of nowhere? Chilly, that set off a storm of theories. People started connecting dots because Jamie was always at Diddy's parties, always showing up in pictures with him. Everyone was like, what if Jamie knew something he shouldn't? The streets were talking, saying if Jamie spilled certain tea, it could have been game over for Diddy. And don't even get me started on poor Wendy Williams. She was literally the first person to call Diddy out, and now look at her, bedridden. Wendy's been battling these serious health problems, and get this, she was one of the first to expose Diddy's dark side way back when. She straight up accused him of being behind her health issues, and now people are looking at everything differently.
The difficulty is getting people to believe something that they don't want to believe. And in each of these cases, this is where the money is.
You would not believe what happened when Wendy dared to stand up against one of the most powerful men in the industry. Not only did it destroy her career, but she allegedly started getting death threats. And now, people are whispering that Diddy might be behind her recent health struggles and total downfall.
And what she knows. Wendy was one of the first people to out Diddy for being into young boys. Diddy tried to silence her by getting her blackballed from the industry and tried running her.
The tea is scalding hot because Wendy was the first one brave enough to expose Diddy's alleged thing for young boys. And what happened? Diddy supposedly tried to silence her by getting her blackballed from the industry, like Wendy's been calling out Diddy's shady business since way back in the 90s, spilling all kinds of tea. But honey, speaking up came with a heavy price. She lost her job and claims people connected to his label were coming after her.
There was a music mogul who sent his all-girl group to beat the radio station.
Now, with Diddy facing all these serious charges, it seems like anyone who might be a threat to him is mysteriously falling ill or worse. Like Wendy's current situation, she's supposedly dealing with advanced dementia now, and fans are not buying that it's just bad luck. Her guardian, Sabrina Morrissey, just dropped this bomb that Wendy is cognitively impaired, permanently disabled, and legally incapacitated. And get this news came right after they found a hidden phone in Diddy's jail cell that he was allegedly using to influence witnesses.
All right, y'all, so yesterday in Diddy News, there were these notes and all this different stuff found in his cell when there was like some sort of raid that went down, and that this stuff is basically allegedly showing that he's been trying to sway.
And speaking of suspicious behavior, have y'all noticed how Jay-Z and Beyonce are staying suspiciously quiet about all these allegations against Diddy? Like not a peep from either of them. People are saying they'd rather keep their mouths shut than risk crossing Diddy even when he's behind bars. Meanwhile, our boy 50 Cent, who never holds back from exposing industry secrets, has apparently stirred up even more drama by speaking out about his friend M's mom. Social media is literally exploding with wild theories suggesting Diddy might have had something to do with it as a way to intimidate Eminem. Here's where it gets juicy. Eminem stirred up major controversy with his latest album, The Death of Slim Shady CAGR, where he took multiple shots at Diddy. But now that M's got 50 in his corner, someone who's been exposing Diddy for years, people are saying saying all the secrets are about to come spilling out. Let me take you back because this friendship between M and 50 is legendary, but it didn't start off smooth. Back in 2000, 50 survived getting shot 9 times, but no label would touch him. His reputation was already controversial after dropping this track called How to Rob, where he basically threatened to rob every big name in music, not exactly the way to make friends in the industry. And don't even get me started on his beef with Ja Rule. This mess started way back in '99 when Ja got robbed at gunpoint in Queens, allegedly by someone connected to 50. Things got heated when they ran into each other at a club. Ja tried to play it cool, saying he didn't see 50's crew, but 50 wasn't buying it. He dropped this diss track, Life's on the Line, and by 2000, things got physical. There was this whole mess at a performance in Atlanta, and then 50 got stabbed after another clash with Ja's crew at a New York studio. But 50 didn't let any of that stop him. He found this safe space to record at producer Shaw Money XL's house, brought his crew, and started dropping mixtapes with DJ Who Kid. Those tapes made their way to Detroit and landed in Eminem's hands, and that's when everything changed. M was obsessed. In 50's words, "I'm on the dream team now," talking about having both Eminem and Dr. Dre backing him. Eminem played such a huge role in getting 50 signed. We're talking a dream deal with Eminem's Shady Records, Dr. Dre's Aftermath Records, and Interscope. They kicked off their collab in 2002 with Rap Game for the 8 Mile soundtrack, and then in 2003, 50 dropped that iconic album Get Rich or Die Trying. M was featured on 2 tracks, including Patiently Waiting, where 50 called him his favorite white boy. They even did that legendary In Da Club music video together. Every project they did just made their friendship stronger. They became like hip-hop's dynamic duo.
Let me just say something right quick. Every year, you don't get to keep these when you go backstage. They exchange them and everything, but I'm telling you, 50 is the only person that I've ever seen that's got to keep a moon, man.
Now with all this support and his friends backing him up, Eminem felt powerful enough to start exposing things he'd seen in the industry that no one else dared to talk about. His latest album, The Death of Slim Shady, CIGR, is straight up dragging Diddy. M's taking shots at everything, from Diddy's messy relationship with Cassie to all those allegations against him. In his track Fuel, M even hints that Diddy might get violent, bringing up those old conspiracy theories about Diddy maybe being involved in Tupac's death. He even brought up how Diddy supposedly had something to do with Kid Cudi's car getting destroyed. And this isn't even the first time M's gone after Diddy. Remember back in 2018 when he dropped those hints in Kill Shot while beefing with Machine Gun Kelly? Now fans are connecting all the dots, thinking maybe M had some bad blood with Diddy and that Diddy might have actually threatened him, and this is where it gets dark, possibly had something to do with his mother's death. Speaking of which, let me tell you about M's mom, Debbie Nelson. She sadly passed away after fighting advanced lung cancer. TMZ confirmed it, saying she died in St. Joseph, Missouri. M's rep, Dennis Dennehy, verified everything. They found out about her cancer in September, and doctors said she didn't have much time left. But here's the thing. M and his mom, their relationship was like a roller coaster. Back in the day, he used to call her out for neglect in songs like Cleaning Out My Closet. Things got even messier when she sued him for defamation in 1999. Then in 2007, she dropped this tell-all book called My Son Marshall, My Son Eminem, giving her side of the story. But you know what? Over the years, they actually tried to fix things. The real turning point was in 2013 when M released Headlights. He actually apologized for all the harsh things he'd said and talked about regretting their broken relationship.
First, never thinking about who, what I said, hurt, and what.
Now let me take you deep into this family drama because it's wild. Debbie Nelson married M's dad, Bruce Mathers, when she was just 15 and he was 22. They had this little band called Daddy Warbucks, but Bruce bounced right after M was born. So there's Debbie raising M and his half-brother Nathan all by herself, moving between Michigan and Missouri before finally settling in Detroit. Here's where it gets messy. While Debbie swears she gave M everything she could, M tells a totally different story. He accused her of stealing his paychecks, kicking him out, and using drugs that made her moods go crazy. Of course, Debbie denied all the drug accusations, but once M blew up in music, their relationship drama became his biggest inspiration. Remember that line from My Name Is, where he rapped, "I just found out my mom does more dope than I do"? Chile, Debbie was not having it. She slapped him with a $10 million defamation lawsuit. But guess what? Even though she won, she only got $25,000, and most of that went to lawyers. But M didn't stop there. He kept going after her in songs like Kill You and Cleaning Out My Closet.
Of his vitriol for this woman.
So it does hurt.
And God knows I don't deserve it.
And Debbie? She clapped back in the most unexpected way. This hip-hop group called IDX reached out to her. She was going by Debbie MBGS back then, and she actually dropped her own diss track. One of her songs, Dear Marshall, was like this emotional open letter to M. She's singing stuff like, Marshall, I did the best I could. I went without seeking half, and it was wrong on me, and I see it now as giving you everything. Then she hit him with, will the real Marshall Miz please stand up and take responsibility for his actions?
When you can't go to the mob for being spit on and being called, you disgusting pig, it's sad because people are passing judgment by listening to Marshall's songs.
And
he needs to quit demeaning me. He needs to quit, making attacks on me. I mean, you don't do this to your mom, and it is so hard.
But here's where the story takes a turn. Over the years, things started to get better between them. By 2013, M dropped Headlights, where he actually apologized for all those harsh songs, especially Cleaning Out My Closet. He admitted he doesn't even play that song at shows anymore because it makes him cringe. He got real about their relationship, saying, "'Cause to this day we remain estranged and I hate it though."
When you can't go to the mob for being spit on and being called, you disgusting pig, it's sad because people are passing judgment by listening to Marshall's songs.
And
he needs to quit demeaning me. He needs to quit, making attacks on me. I mean, you don't do this to your mom, and it is so hard.
By the time Debbie passed in 2024, they'd actually managed to patch things up a bit. Get this, in 2022, she publicly congratulated him on making it into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. She tweeted this super sweet message. Marshall, I want to say I could not let this day go by without congratulating you on your induction into the Hall of Fame. I love you very much. I knew you'd get there. It's been a long ride. I am very, very proud of you.
Not let this day go by without congratulating you on your induction to the Hall of Fame. I love you very much. I knew you'd get there, and it's been a long ride. I'm very, very proud of you.
Even though they never completely healed all their old wounds, M and his mom had found some peace before she passed. It wasn't perfect, but they'd come such a long way from those early days of public feuds and diss tracks. That's all the tea for today, fam. Don't forget to like and subscribe and let me know in the comments what you think about all this drama. Did Diddy have something to do with all these mysterious situations? And what about M and his mom's relationship? Do you think they really made peace in the end? Drop your thoughts below. Drop your thoughts.